What's up, everybody at home? Welcome to another edition of Soul Untapped. It's your host, B. Welcome. We are here to brighten up your Monday feeling Tuesday. If it feels like that for anybody else. Hope everybody enjoyed the long weekend. Let's cut to the usuals. If you're not following us, I don't know why it's been this long and you're still not doing it. Facebook.com/Solartree. Instagram at Solartree underscore. Do not forget the underscore. We're also streaming this live on YouTube, and you can catch up on everything else. Look us up, Solartree. And don't forget, we are on podcast form. We are on the go. Choo choo. Apple Music, Spotify. We're here. Look us up, Solartree, if you haven't figured that one out yet. Now to the festivities. We've got something real new and real special for tonight. I'm really looking forward to this guest. Definitely nothing like we've had before. Let me introduce y'all all to Mr. Jordan Fiction.
I can hear the worldwide applause. I can hear it. I can feel it.
The audience is roaring and raving right now.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
What's up, man? Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing real well. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you for joining us. Again, like I just said, I'm excited to have you. You have a sound that we have not had on here quite yet. And I have a bunch of shit I want to ask you all about it.
Wow. Okay. I'm ready.
Beforehand, let's jump into it. Let's introduce yourself. Let everybody know about you, because I'm sure I've done a lot more stalking than anybody else has.
Well, my name is Jordan Fiction. I'm from New York. I've lived my entire life on Long Island. I've moved around a little bit, but Long Island is what I call home. And from a very young age, I've been very fascinated with storytelling. I've lived most of my life as an only child, so I entertained myself with a lot of cartoons and books and action figures. And eventually, I messed up my brain good enough to be able to articulate that love for storytelling and creating a little world for my listeners in music and art. And so I'm here now speaking with you, B.
Nice. And how did you get into it? Like, where did you start? Aside from being bored on Long Island, because I know there ain't shit to do.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, damn. Well, I'd say that my first interest in storytelling really came from just being a kid alone in my bedroom and watching Cartoon Network, frying my brain on all the really crazy cartoons. But getting actually like into music and taking this seriously happened in late high school, early college. I got into those really formative bands that, like people talk about, like, oh, these artists really inspired me to finally get into it. Like, that's when I started getting into my artists that did that for me. And I just listened and I found beats on YouTube, and I'd always been a writer, and I'd been drawing longer than I'd even been writing or making music. And yeah, just I sort of realized that, wow, I'm not too bad at this, and I'm only just starting. So what if I just took it seriously?
All right. So now let's describe your sound to the audience, because for the people that are watching that don't know, you definitely have a unique sound.
Okay. I'd say if you took The Weeknd, My Chemical Romance, and maybe Sia, and you put that all in like a thing you could mix it in. If you could mix artists in some type of kitchen appliance, whatever appliance you would use, and then if you just add glitter on top of that and like black ink or something, that's like what my sound is.
I think that's the best fucking description I've ever heard.
Thank you.
You know what? On that note, we're gonna go straight into your first song.
Sure. Awesome. This first song is called Smoky Eye. And I wrote it about being the life of the party kind of on accident. You don't always want to be, but sometimes you just kind of are. So all done up, smoky eye, no time to cry. Follow me on through that door to have a good night. Stone in my ear and my heart shines where it's hung. They see nothing but a smile. I hold my liquor and my tongue. One more drink means nothing. I see her at the bottom of my glass. I keep burning my money. It keeps me warm until the storm can pass. One more drink means nothing. I see her at the bottom of my glass. If that's all I get, that's all I got, so I better make it. Pour another one. Pour another one, baby. Pour another one. Pour another. Pour another one. I pour another one, baby. Pour another one. All fucked up, smoky eye, streaming down my neck. Body over body, hide from the ghost in the dress. One more drink means nothing. I see her at the bottom of my glass. I keep burning my money. It keeps me warm until the storm can pass. One more drink means nothing. I see her at the bottom of my glass. If that's all I get, then that's all I got, so I better make it. Pour another one. I pour another one, baby. Pour another one. I pour another. Pour another one. I pour another one, baby. Pour another one. There's no time to cry. I'll fuck up my smoky eye. Don't wanna be left outside the castle doors tonight. There's no time to cry. I fuck up my smoky eye. Don't wanna be left outside the castle doors tonight. So I pour another one. I pour another one, baby. Pour another one. I'll pour another. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Take my applause and multiply it by all the millions that are watching right now.
Thank you, Gigi, putting the team on her back. Thank you so much.
Yo, it's funny. I'm telling you, that description was really perfect. What you described the music as was really perfect. So you storytell through your music. Are they your stories that you're telling?
Yes.
So kind of describe how you got into Smokey Eye. Like what compelled you to write Smokey Eye and the experiences that led you there?
Well, see, okay, so it was one of my friends going away party at this bar, pre-COVID shit. And yeah, I don't know, like it was really fun seeing everybody because like, of course I was her friend, but all of our friends or all of her friends are also my friends. So like once I walked into the bar, it was kind of just like almost like cheers. Like I just knew everybody. Everybody knew me. It was a really great time. And I don't know, like just kind of, I don't really go out that much. So going out and talking to like so many people that whole entire night, and also like, you know, you see all your friends at the bar. So it's like, oh, I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink. Blah, blah, blah. And you're just like sloshed with all your friends at the bar and having a great time. And I don't know about you, but like for me, just like my own overthinking eating at itself, I'm always like, oh man, they don't really like me, or like I'm only fun right now because I'm just so wasted, or you know, shit like that. And I just become really insecure when I drink. But I still feel like I don't want to let people down because like that entertainer side of me is like, nah, I can't let people see me be sad because we're out right now. Like I can't be that one friend just like crying all over the place because
right,
you know, they're not feeling it, you know. So I'd be lit at the bars, you know, having fun.
I definitely hear that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I really, really like that song as well. And especially because, like I said, your description is very spot on. So it's kind of like take Sia's chandelier, but make it Jordan Fiction by throwing in that Weekend and the glitter and the black. It's very along those lines. I enjoy it. So when it comes to like your instrumentals, how do you get to there? Do your words come first or are your instrumentals coming first?
Well, even though we're talking about music, I I feel very visual when I make my songs. I guess it's because, like I said, I'd been drawing way before I even thought about touching an instrument in a real way. So for me, I feel like I need to just start by blocking out color. So usually I'll just start with basics like chords on a guitar. I'll just be playing around, and once I find the chords, I'll think of a melody, and I'll bring that into the computer and maybe add some bass or drums or something like that. And the lyrics, not that they come last, but the lyrics are kind of just like the outlines to the splatter painting of melody and harmony that I've already laid down once I take it from the guitar into like Logic or wherever I'm making the beat on. Sometimes the lyrics do come first, like usually if I'm having a very strong emotional reaction one day, any type of emotional reaction, I'll just write it down in my lyric book, which is somewhere over here. I have so many of them. And, maybe I'll write down like 2 to 4 lines, and then I'll just close the book. And it's interesting because even if those lines don't necessarily lead to like a whole writing session, I'll have a melody that I thought of a week later, and then I'll flip through my book and be like, oh my God, that matches what I was going through that day. And it'll fit very nicely like that. So I could develop the song as I develop the story.
Very much a method to your madness.
I think it's more madness, and then as I'm speaking about it, it probably just sounds like method. But if you watched me do it, you'd be like, what the fuck is this kid doing? And then it sounds like a song at the end. So
yeah, it all works out, right? So now, like you said, you're visual, you're an artist. So we're gonna step away from music just really quick because I'm not gonna lie, I am thoroughly entertained by watching your Instagram post painting Powerpuff Girls with your fans.
Yeah.
So like what led you to so everybody out there, anybody that is a fan or a new fan, he is painting Powerpuff Girl portraits of y'all. He will transform you real quick. What led you into doing that?
All right. So like I said before, Cartoon Network has pretty much officially rotted my brain. That damage has been done years ago, and I'm so proud of it. I love the era of cartoons that I grew up in because they're just incredible. I could start a whole show or something just about the great cartoons that I grew up on. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I was just bored one day. Actually, no, I wasn't bored. I was texting one of my very good friends, and he's also a producer. He goes by the name of Groovy Tony, and he was talking to me about drums, and he's really into dubstep and stuff like that. So we were talking about D&B, drums and bass. It's a really awesome genre, I guess you'd say, and it's just like really quick, awesome drum, like, and I don't know, we were just geeking out about it, and I said, dude, you know what my first interaction with that drum and bass sound was? It was actually the theme song to Powerpuff Girls, because like I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like dun, 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 and I fucking loved that shit when I was a kid. That used to be my jam. So I was listening to the Powerpuff Girls theme song and watching the intro on YouTube, and I was like, yo, this shit is hard. And I posted it on my story, and I just was like, I was bored that day, so I was like, yo, if you just DM me or like send me a picture of you, I'll draw you as a Powerpuff Girl. And one of my closest fans, like one of my awesome homie, like #1 fans that I met this past year, DM me like right away, and she was like, yo, do it. So I drew her and I made a little video and I posted it on TikTok, and it went pretty crazy. Not like, oh, viral or like nothing like that, but like it just got a lot of engagement of people wanting these drawings. So I started drawing people as Powerpuff characters, and that got crazy. So then I was like, all right, and people wanted to keep the art. So I said, okay, you could either, I'll draw you, or if you want to keep it, let me actually put it on a canvas and I'll paint you. So then it evolved from kind of just like doodles to actual paintings. So fortunately, a lot of people really wanted renditions of themselves as Powerpuff Girls, Powerpuff characters, rowdy rough boys. So I've been super busy painting and having paint in my hair and paint on all my favorite clothes and under my fingernails and stuff.
That's pretty dope. That really is dope. And it's funny you bring up that dun, 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 dun. Not a lot of people pick it up, and I always feel like I'm a crazy person when I tell people about it. If you listen to Jay-Z's Magna Carta, on the beginning of verses, he uses the Powerpuff Girl theme song, and nobody catches that shit.
Are you serious?
Yes. Pull it up after this show.
I'm going to.
Verses on Magna Carta. You'll hear it instantly if you were a fan. I was a crazy fan, like for no damn reason. But I'm like the only person who picked it up, and everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, nope, it's definitely them. I've watched enough, and I rewatched it as soon as they put it up on what was it, Netflix, HBO, one of them. They put it up this like during quarantine. I'm just like, I'm rewatching this whole shit.
That's crazy. See, now I just have to body the entire Powerpuff Girls series. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, God, classic. I'm not watching the remake. We're not going to go on a tangent here, but I'm sticking to my childhood, not doing that remake thing that they're doing now.
Listen, the last time I watched the remake, it was Teen Titans Go, and I still think I have to get the vomit out of that shirt that I had on when I watched it. So
very much that.
But I'm also a DC snob, so like, whatever.
I get it. Again, let's not get on a tangent because I could go on one right now. On that note, though, we are going to move into the next song. So what do you got for us?
Kiss Me Harder. I think this is everyone's favorite. I could say I've seen this coming for some time. The way you seem to stare right through my eyes. Don't you trust me? You can tell me anything. I already see right through your disguise. Let me know if I'm reaching. I can hear you breathing. I don't wanna see you. I love when I forget the lyrics to my own jam, right? Let me know if I'm reaching, 'cause I can feel this breaking, and I don't wanna have to be on edge anymore. I can hear you as you're sleeping, telling secrets as you're dreaming. I'm so unfazed, I hardly feel upset anymore. I don't want no trouble, baby. I just wanna say, if this is how it ends, then please do one last thing for me. Kiss me harder, kiss me harder. I know what it meant, but we're no longer what we need. Miss me harder, kiss me harder. I have to ask, was it him, or was it all on me? Or was it all because you listened to your friends? You'll always be the one that got away, there's no debate. Believing with questions is the worst kind of pain. So let me know if I'm reaching, 'cause I can feel this breaking, and I don't wanna have to be on edge anymore. I can hear you as you're sleeping, you're telling secrets as you're dreaming. I'm so unfazed, I hardly feel upset anymore. I don't want no trouble, baby. I just wanna say, if this is how it ends, then please do one last thing for me. Kiss me harder, kiss me harder. I know what it meant, but we're no longer what we need. Miss me harder, kiss me harder. Let me know if I'm reaching, 'cause I can feel this breaking. Let me know if I'm reaching. I pray to God I'm dreaming.
Mm,
Thank you.
I can see why that is a fan favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just blew up out of nowhere on TikTok. I was really fortunate. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's very random.
It's a really good song. It's a really, really good song. It's beautifully written.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So, see, if we're not diving too deep, but I gotta ask, you can be as vague as you want. Where did the inspiration for that one come from? Because it's a deep song.
No, I mean, we don't have to be deep. We can be deep. It just came from the feelings of a breakup, a really rough breakup, and I hate saying that. Oh my God, I never thought that I'd say that. And yeah, this song came from a really rough breakup. Oh, so melancholic. But no, like it did. Breakups really fuck you up, man. Like it really messes with your self-esteem and your security and your sense of self. Uh, Towards the end of that relationship, it's really scary when you feel something that you really care about spiraling. Because when you invest so much in something that's so fragile, you know that the day could come any day that it breaks or dies, but you try not to think about it, or you think, oh no, like it could never happen. But then when you start to see and feel the signs, it just I don't know, it could be really scary. So I I wanted to capture that in the lyrics, and I wanted to capture I guess like the spiraling feeling in the music, which is why sort of unintentionally the chords are all just descending chords. Um, I don't know if that's just like a stylistic thing that I really like in my writing, or if subconsciously I just came up with a descending chord progression for that song because like that's just how my emotions felt at the time. But yeah, it's just kind of like what I wish I could scream at myself and at the moment that it happened.
No, most definitely get it. Breakups are definitely tough as hell. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why it did blow up the way it did, because a lot of people could relate to that. And to the people that can't relate to that, one thing that I've noticed, at least with myself, sometimes people just want to be sad. Nobody want to listen to happy shit all the time. So literally, I'll listen to sad music even if I'm not sad, because you know what? I like this shit. So I'm sure there are plenty of people making up breakups in their head, listening to your song and still crying, even when they can't relate. And then the people that are relating are crying just as much. That one hits. It's a very powerful song. I really like it a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, it's your most recent single.
Is it? Is it? You know, I don't know. No, Kiss Me. No, Smoky Eye is my most recent single, and just before that was Kiss Me Harder. Yeah.
Got it. So for Smokey Eye and for Kiss Me Harder, where can everybody find that? We have not even let anybody know. Where can we find you?
Oh, come on! It's 2021. Spotify, YouTube. Just Google me. You'll see. You'll find what you need to find. Like Spotify, Apple Music, of course. Where else do people? Amazon. Hey Alexa, play Jordan Fiction.
Listen, like you
Hey
said,
Alexa, make me cry. Now playing Jordan Fiction.
It's 2021. Don't tell people to Google you, or they're gonna have your home address and be right outside your door in like the next 15 minutes.
Pull up on me. I have banana bread in the oven right now. Pull up on me.
You know what? I might be there in the next 15 minutes on that case.
Say less. I'll drop a pin.
All right. So now, aside again, we're gonna step away once again from your music, because one thing that I really do enjoy about you is you dabble in everywhere. So now,
dabbler.
What was it that you have just started that I've just been seeing a bunch of advertisements for on your Instagram lately? What came out last Wednesday, bro?
So last Wednesday I released my podcast. It's been long awaited, I guess, for my TikTok crowd, but it's called Jordan Fiction After Dark, and essentially what it is an open dream journal with some spooky entertainment on the side. So in this podcast, I am documenting my journey trying to unlock the ability to lucid dream. It's something that I've had a huge interest in for a few years on and off, and I haven't really been able to do it yet at a proficient level or at all, really, for all sorts of excuses. I didn't really try to keep a real dream journal until now. My issues with sleep paralysis have really been um, stifling towards like my progress in the dream realm. And I just think that if you're alive for 100 years, you spend 33 of those years sleeping. So if we can get back some of those years and even better, live partially those 33 years in a dream world where we can do anything we want, practice skills, meet all types of people or beings, and do whatever we desire, then I think that that's a great place to explore, or at least try to explore, what's the limits of our subconscious, the limits of our imagination. I really want to dive into that on the podcast. And the entertainment side is, it started with TikTok Live. I used to go on there like a lot. I still do, but back in the day, like towards the beginning of quarantine, I would just go on there and read stories. And everyone was like, your voice is so soothing. I really just want you to start a podcast. Like I could just listen to you speak about anything. And I'm like, no, guys, like what do you want this show to be about? I can't just talk. But they said anything. So I really wanted to have that lucid dreaming aspect, but also I love reading stories and poetry. So actually tomorrow, this Wednesday, is the first of the entertainment episodes of the podcast. I just did the first dream journal episode, but tomorrow I'm reading Edgar Allan Poe on the podcast. I'm really, really excited. Yeah, it's super immersive. It's only going to get better with each episode because I'm learning more about podcasting and stuff. But I love it. Fans love it, and I think that it's just the starting place of something that could be really fucking interesting.
Definitely sounds it. The first thing I want to touch on that's making me laugh on the inside, trust me, I'm screaming, is the back in the day, beginning of quarantine. That's how you know 2020 was long as fuck.
Yeah, back in the day, like 68 months
ago. Just a year ago.
Yeah.
2020 just felt that long. But now moving in, I think the whole concept is dope as hell. So in Jordan Fiction's dream world, once you master what you're trying to master, you got your obstacles. What are you dreaming of? What are you controlling? What's the world that you're making for yourself in those years?
Well, it's interesting because if we're talking about the world that I want to create, it's nothing so much in my dreams, more so like the world that I want to create is what I have the power to do in reality with my art and my music and my voice, my literal voice, and like also like the platform that I've been given and the platform that I'm gaining. And I just want to use all of the resources that I have at my disposal to create a world for my fans that they can escape and get lost in when they're sick of this one. I want to give them something that they can have that lasts forever, like on some Disney shit. Like I want it to outlive me. But in terms of my dreams, like it's so funny, like people, when you tell them about controlling their dreams, they're like, oh yeah, I want to be Spider-Man. I want to be in outer space. I want to have threesomes with so-and-so and so-and-so. And I want to, blow up a planet with a Death Star all at the same time at once. But me, like, that shit is really cool. But I am just more interested in turning to someone next to me on the L train in my dream and just asking them a question like, who are you and how did you get here? And like, where did you get those clothes? Like, I just want to do that type shit in my dreams. And because the people that are in your dreams are just projections of your subconscious. And, not just goofy questions like that. Like, I'd want to ask it serious questions that I'm like asking myself, but posed to that other person to try to just get answers for things going on in my own brain. I don't know. Apparently there's a list of things you should never ask people in your dreams. I don't know what that list is. Maybe when I find that list, I'll know exactly what I'm going to ask those people, because I don't know what's the worst that could happen. But yeah, I I just want to ask questions. I have so many questions. There's cool things I want to do. Like I want to play Quidditch. I'd love to play Quidditch in my dreams, but
Oh,
I'm
man,
more
I bet.
interested in like just having a conversation with people.
Yeah, so you see, everybody, definitely tune into his podcast, Jordan Fiction After Dark, and you will find out those questions, and you'll find out what's the worst that can happen. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I hope I live to tell the tale.
We do too. You're playing with fire, buddy. I like that. On that note, though, let's get to your final song for the night.
Sounds great. This song is kind of ironic to play during an interview because it's about how I tend to tense up, and sometimes I'm just not able to speak when I need to the most. Yeah, communication is key in all types of relationships. But without further ado, this is Talk. I couldn't let myself get attached. Ooh. I willingly accept you, hold you in my hand, but still I'm too afraid to truly understand that I love you. Love you. Show me that it's safe for me to leave myself alone. Even when we spend our time, when I'm a guest inside your home. If I get too quiet, please don't take it personal. We can just enjoy the silence. We don't always have to talk. Turn me into gold. Either that or just pretend that you'd like to. Baby, I fall silent when I'm faded, but that's only 'cause I'm thinking about what I might do. Yeah, I might be manifesting the one thing that I'm afraid of. I might be coming over, hope you're ready for me. I might go ahead and say fuck it and pull you closer. I couldn't go without for another 2 weeks, but there I go maintaining my habit of calculation. Always seems so easy when I run at half speed. Turn me around and call me a fool. Do this for me. Show me that it's safe for me to leave myself alone. If and when we spend our time, when I'm a guest inside your home. If I get too quiet, please don't take it personal. We can just enjoy the silence. We don't always have to talk. 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 We don't always have to talk.
A way to finish that one out. Again, really good. I like the way that you play with your voice. Have you had any vocal training, or has that just been all you all your life?
I have listened. I have listened. I have had vocal training. It's funny because when I was going to school, I wanted to do music, and it was the more obvious choice for me to choose guitar because that was my first instrument, and that's what I spent the longest doing. But I realized, you know, you can figure out guitar. Like, you can't break your guitar by playing it. So I could just figure it out by ear like I always have. But with your voice, you can break it by just playing it if you don't play it correctly. So I knew that if I wanted to take singing seriously, then I would need to learn how to fucking not suck at it. So I kind of just like improvised the entire situation. Like, I was like, oh, so in order to be a singer in college, I have to audition. Okay, so here I am rehearsing like rock songs that I'm gonna fucking sing for these vocal teachers, and then I realized, wait a minute, because all my music, I was never a music kid in high school, so all my music friends in high school, like the band kids or like the choir kids, were like, oh my god, I'm stressing out about my auditions, and I'm like, why? And then they're showing me all these Italian things and like shit like that. I'm like, why are you singing in Italian? Well, because I have to. I have to sing in Italian. I have to sing it, these 3 different languages. And I was like, wait a minute. So then when I went on tour to Hofstra, I went to their like vocal audition open house thing, and they're like, yeah, these are the things you need to have prepared, and we'll see you very soon, Jordan. And I looked at the thing, and it was a long list of prerequisites that I did not at all come close to meeting, like being able to read music, being able to sing in 3 different languages, knowing music theory. I was like, yeah, see you soon. So I had to learn how to sing Italian, or stumble my way through an Italian song. And what else did I audition with? Maybe German or something. And somehow they thought I was decent enough, and they accepted me into the vocal program at New Paltz. And I'm so grateful they did, because my voice teacher, Kent Smith, is one of the best human beings I've ever had the pleasure of working with. He completely transformed me as a vocalist and also as a person. He just made me a lot more confident in who I was, and who I was as a singer, as an artist, and just as a person. Really, just such a sweet guy. I wish that I could give him a hug. But yeah, he really turned me around.
Well, you know what? Virtual hugs to him, and virtual snaps, claps, kudos, and all of that for helping to build you up to where you are now, because you are amazingly talented.
Thank you so much.
But aside from, you're doing everything right now. You got your podcast, you got your Powerpuff Girls, you got your music. You will be blowing up undoubtedly. Definitely keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep entertaining everybody. And listen, all I'm gonna say personally is, the Apple Music, Spotify, all of that, definitely keep pushing that out there. Everybody go follow him. I'm sure he's got more for us soon. We're hoping we got more for us soon.
I literally just built a set for a music video that I'm filming starting Thursday for a song that you guys have not even heard yet. Don't worry, there's so much shit coming. It's just, this is like literally the week before everything is just like bang, 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 bang. A lot of stuff is happening. I'll see you on Spotify with my music and the podcast. I'll see you on Instagram, I don't know, looking cute. I'll see you on TikTok doing skits and acting and singing and making stupid faces, because that's what people do on that app. And everywhere else. Damn, I don't know. I'll see you in the streets.
And now I'll see you in the street. It sounds like you're threatening the audience. I'll catch you.
I promise.
I gotta try to catch you on the TikTok. I feel old. I don't know how to use that yet. Like that and Clubhouse, those things, I'm still not into that territory yet. But
I'm downloading Clubhouse after this show.
Yeah, somebody told me to get into it because it's good for networking. I could definitely like work for my poetry and shit. It's just, there's a lot of apps it's hard to keep up with. Snapchat is, at this point, is too evolved for me to even use right now. There's just so much going on.
Snapchat is only for drugs and nudes.
You know what? Get out. Get out. I'm kicking you off of StreamYard immediately. But man, God, thank you again. Thank you. Welcome to the Solar Tree family. Thank you for performing for us tonight. Thank you for turning a Monday feeling Tuesday upside down. We've enjoyed having you. Any last words that you have for the audience before we shut it down for the night?
Stay lucid, stay imaginative, stay creative, and be kind to each other, please.
I like that. And on that note, that is it for Soul Untapped tonight. We will be back on March 2nd with Handsome Havoc, and again on March 16th with El Terrell, who are both have birthdays coming up this month. Aquarians that, we're going to show love and we're going to try to not hate on them. It's hard.
Havoc is dope. What? I love that.
He's amazing. We're going to definitely get into it, but that Aquarius in him, I don't know. He's a little emotional. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. His music is awesome. You guys are definitely going to love what he has for you guys. Stay tuned for that. Again, March 2nd. Remember, you can catch this episode and every other on our podcast on Apple Music and Spotify. Look us up on Solar Tree. It's not hard. Soul, E-T-R-I. It's the simplest thing ever. You've been following us long enough, I hope. And then Soul for Soul is back March 11th. If you haven't caught up on that yet, it's my girl, my queen, RK, hosting a bunch of dope-ass poets chill on their sofa, their bed, their home, or like me in the car because I'm a psychopath, and just performing and digging deep and bearing their soul through some poetry. Stay tuned for more details on that. Remember to follow and support Solar Tree. I'm your host, B. Catch up with me, _B.notes on Instagram. I've got a lot of stuff putting out this year. I can't even say this month, this year soon. Just stay tuned for everything. Solar Tree's coming at you with the goods. I'm coming at you with the goods. And Jordan's coming at you with a bang, bang, bang. And we're holding him to that. Remember, he said Google him, find his address, pull up. He got banana bread. Stay tuned for all of that.
I think I said bang 6 times actually instead of 3. So it's double.
He's going to bang y'all 6 times. Pause. All right. On that note, have a great night.
Again, thank you for having me. Good night. Sleep well.
Night.